Good night, Mirosio. We're going to talk about the period of American history during time. We are high intermediate section B, and we are from the class 2022 first year. We are the members.
Guadalupe Gonzalez, and my code is 319.
Amelia Lopez, code 09393.
Ricardo Leiva, my code is 22331. We're going to begin talking about
The introduction.
The introduction of the video. Okay, at first, for me, it was very interesting that in the video they present like the most important parts of the U.S. history, and that was amazing. The graphic and some of the images they present at the beginning.
The main idea.
Okay. The main idea of this video is to show us the importance of great minds in America and how many certain people change everything. For example, those that fight to construct the Statue of Liberty because there wasn't enough funds to finish the work. So they asked to all the country or the nation, and they did it, and they have one of the best wonderful in the world.
According with my classmate, we're gonna talk about the Statue of Liberty that was gave from France to United States, and for me symbolized the union between the countries.
The United States and France. An important aspect is like the engineers and the constructions the United States make in the country, and also the inventions that some people from the United States, and how that inventions help like to help the world to have an evolution.
Well, something that symbolize the Statue of Liberty for Americans is the show of the presence that they have in all the world, that they are the land of liberty, the land of promises, and they are the land of the dreams, the American dream, for example. There is a part of the video that tells us that many people from many different places that are refuging from the promise that they have in their country go to America, and they pass through the Statue of Liberty, like a show of freedom.
Also, an important aspect from this video was the thing that my partner said, the massive immigration that people had to the United States, because they see like the famous American dream that if they go to America, the United States,
They will have the American dream.
and they could have all the things they dream one day.
Something important is that over 20 millions of immigrants came to USA through way of New York and Ellis Island.
There's still something that we saw like in the middle of the video, that was something that was a boom in the United States and the change. It was by Andrew Carnegie. He's one of the men with the highest monopoly in all the world, especially in America. He controls all the production of steel in America. He had the monopoly of steel, and monopoly, remember, is when one company dominates everything of that aspect. He believes that America will grow up and will become bigger if they have a big a production of steel in a big quantities, and he started a super fabric with that. When the fabric worked on how successful, they was a boom. That there were buildings, there were towers, high towers, many construction that only the steel could give the quality that they need to sustain.
So we can say that the steel was started by the constructions, for the constructions.
And also that they still have an impact with the economy of the country because I mean all the constructions of big buildings started with the steel and that constructions means that they need to have the steel to be built and so the steel have a cost and it was high so that was the impact of the steel with the economy of the United States.
And that's something that she said that prices become bigger, that work become more and everything, but always in the any place in the world you see two faces of any place. The high the people from the high level economical level and the people from the low economical level. The people from the low ones have no money, doesn't have even houses to live, don't even know what you're going to eat the next day and everything. That is the another phrase of the places, and that's something that we saw in the video too, that it was showing New York that they live in some places that wow you can't imagine be living in there. There are many economical problems too. The only good way they were, I mean, the country was coming up, but they were coming down too. Many people. Then when people start seeing the poverty,
The expansion of the expensive cities also caused the increase of crime and poverty.
And with poverty crimes, the crime and in the past the criminals were treated like they were like animals because in the past the criminals were treated like a police can pursue a criminal to set something by hitting them and today
intimidation.
the human rights were not the human rights were not uh, res- they didn't respect the human rights and nowadays there is an important role before a criminal is accused.
There's something that we can learn about this video is that the many ideas could change anything. For example, like a Carnegie, he started to working in bigger ideas and he made a change in America. Many detectives changed the way of interrogation because before there only were two methods: the persuasion. No, the first one was persuasion, intimidation, and pain, and that was the most regular ways to make a criminal talk. And they mentioned many creations like the Statue of Liberty and the giant steel company from Carnegie.
For me the most important part of the video was like first when Edison invented the light bulb, and that was an important invention not just for the USA, also for all the world. And the other part was that I thought in that the Statue of Liberty was given from France to the United States, and that they have and that they pay all the statue, not that the United States need to collect something to finish the construction of the statue.
And all the inventions that came after the production of steel, like the elevator. The conclusion.
And we can conclude that with through the history, the United States is one of the most important countries in all the world because of the inventions they had and because of the important history they passed through, and that it is a big country and also that they are the most potential country in all the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much.